Here we are on your Merry Way Day, and we're talking about the effects of teens after this pandemic, this post time that we're having now, and the effect that it had on them for the past 2 years. Being isolated, many of them being at home on computers, trying to go to school, not seeing their friends when they were out at all, wearing masks where they no longer could really see the expression on people's faces. Those are our social cues. And what we're doing now, there's many kids, I don't want to get into the suicide rate that was escalating even before the pandemic, but then since then it's at an all-time high. So what are we going to do about this? The most important thing parents can do is keeping an open door for conversation with their children, and especially a teen who's been isolated, who may not have a lot of friends, who's been expressing they're not hungry, they don't want to eat, they complain, they still go to the room, shut that door, and don't come out. What to do? Listening ear. We need to talk less and listen more. We need to have open conversations like, let them know it's been rough for everybody. Mom's having a tough time and dad too, and we're all together in this, and how do you feel about it? Aha. See what happens. Don't keep prodding. Do you feel this? Do you feel that? No, be gentle. Go gentle with what you're asking. So now they've gone back to school, and we're asking them to, we can't recreate the world how it once was. That old normal, which we're asking them, just play sports, do the things you like to do. That's a good thing to get them activated, but we can't expect they're okay. They still have grief about the 2 years they've lost. Kids are saying that. I lost 2 years of my life. I'm behind, or I had dreams of doing something I can't do yet. Whoa, I even get dizzy thinking about it. It's like the whole world got shook up for them. Taking time for all of us to heal, and it will for the kids too. Even though they're jumping back into things, there's no normal there. And if they're choosing not to want to do a lot of things, or they're still isolating a little bit, start with the family. Make it easy. You go for simple things like an ice cream or a ride to the beach or to a park, or to play a pool somewhere, whatever it might be, that it's gentle. Let them take the lead. So, choices. Well, gee, what would you like to do? It's important then that you let them know that sometimes we all need help. And this is a time when you may need to get them some outside professional help. It's important that these things you do together with the family is low pressure, just mellow. And if you're so anxious, like some of us still are, remember they have built, the positive part is some resilience. Because why? They have learned to deal with some uncertainty. And this is part of life. And this has been a very uncertain time. For the parents, they've seen you all struggling, some of you going on unemployment, some of you not being able to go to your job anymore. Maybe that disappeared, or it was all on you, fewer people around. They've watched how you handle it. None of us are miracle workers. We have to take care of the self-care of the parent first, as you know. And that's a whole other subject. So let's continue with the teen. Your teen's going to get therapy, possibly, and they really need it. You've reached for help. Maybe family therapy will be easier. Maybe it would be when getting a new resolution in the family so that you have better family communication. That's a good solution, and that you do this together. So all the pressure isn't pulling it out of the kid like they're the only one in trouble. And as a last resort, if your child literally is out of control, like they're having tantrums or they're threatening to do anything, self-harm in any way, if they are skipping school and you find out, or they're doing drugs that you discover, we need intervention at that time. And that requires some very, very diligent personal as well as professional contacts. So we're going to list places that you can look up, national hotlines and so forth. If you are in any doubt that your child is not healing and isn't getting to a point where they have their own self-worth and self-confidence in place. I mean, it's natural with all the hormones in a teen anyway to be out of sorts. But this will be the designated time for you as a parent to take charge. Blessings to you. We're going to do part 2. All your questions, please let us know here at Merry Way. We're here to serve you on your Merry Way Day. God bless.